Hey folks, this is Vint with Dan's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Interplanetary Enhanced Edition. This is a game that actually came out in 2017. More or less true. This is an enhanced edition, as the title implies, to an actual game called Interplanetary, which came out before that. This enhanced edition took over the Interplanetary. The Interplanetary original game can no longer be bought. Rather, you can buy this enhanced edition, which adds some extra bells, whistles, weapons, that kind of thing. So, like I said, this game was released back in 2017 and was last updated, I want to say, in 2018-ish, 2019-ish, something like that. So it's been 4 years since it's been updated. So don't expect any new updates to this game, so keep that in the back of your mind if you're thinking about buying it. Right now it's $15 on Steam, but it may go on sale regularly, just because it's so old. So what is this game all about? Well, you're blowing each other up in this game. You have a planet, and you orbit a sun, or a star, whatever you want to call it, and you're going to build weapons and an economy, and you're going to shoot these weapons at the enemy planets and try to wipe out their population. I don't know if you folks are old enough to remember a little game called Gorilla. That was back in the dinosaur days of the older PCs. There was a gorilla on one side of the screen, 2D playing field, another gorilla on the other side, and you'd have to throw bananas at each other and try and hit each other with the bananas. Think that, where you're trying to calculate trajectories with these bananas, but think, solar system. Okay, you've got a planet, and you're launching all sorts of cool weapons at your enemy. A quick look at the options menu before we go any further. Just pause if you want to see any of this in greater detail. Visual stuff there. The game's fairly pretty for 2017. It's not Stellaris by any means, but it's still pretty. Music's also fairly good, but I don't know if it's protected under copyright or not, so I'll just leave that unchecked. I'll go ahead and just close that out. And I actually started a game and played it for about an hour. You can play against the computer, or you can play against other people. Now, it says here that you can play online. It looks like there are people actually playing this still. I'm very shocked. Being that it's 2023 now, and this game stopped being supported in 2019, I don't expect a whole lot of activity here, but there are a couple of people that still play it. That's kind of cool. You can also play pass and play on the same computer, which is kind of nice. There is an AI, but I have to warn you, the AI is a bit unfair and broken. Even on the easiest difficulty settings, I played this AI on the easy mode, and this thing was shooting missiles and railguns, and these weapons would wrap around planets, and the gravity would pull it this way, and it would hit my planet perfectly every time, from downtown, from the other side of the solar system. Like, it had perfect aim. It was able to juke and use gravity. Like, I feel like it had, background information that I didn't have, and knew exactly how to hit me. It knew how to calculate those trajectories, and it was just completely unfair. So, if you're casual like I am, you may get frustrated by playing the computer. Recommend definitely playing with other people, though, that are around the same skill set. Preferably some friends that you've never played with before. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into Play Local so you can see that. As you can see, it does support a number of people. You can change your player avatar, you can change your player color from here. You can even set up the game to include the classic stuff or the enhanced stuff. If you go to the Advanced tab, that's where you see the changes. Classic does not have coil cannons, MIRV weapons, nuclear missiles, that kind of thing. You can also see, under Enhanced, what it just has everything. So, long story short, if you want extra stuff, make sure that the rule set Enhanced is selected. Planetary system, like gravity, planet sizes, planet speed, and so on, you can adjust that here as well. And then general stuff, no time limits, cities, number of cities on these planets. 5 is typical, normal. Planet material, there are 2 resources in the game. There's energy and material. And you're going to be using solar arrays and the like to get energy, so you can shoot your weapons, and then also build buildings. But you're also going to be using planetary material. You're going to be mining that out. Think of them as raw metals that you're mining out of the ground. And once you run out, that's it. So you're screwed if you did not create technology that helped you earn more, because as you're mining, you actually lose these resources too. Like there's a loss. You might mine 500, but you're losing 200 of it due to the mining process, whatever. Super weapon limits. Yeah, there are super weapons in this game. If you want to limit, you can enable that if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and just hit, rather than start a new game, I will load up one I've been playing. I've been playing a hot seat game, just setting up stuff so I can show you what everything looks like. Hope you appreciate that I spent an hour doing this. Yes, these games are not short. That's another thing I have to mention. In old style Guerrilla, as I mentioned earlier, and other games similar to that, a round can typically take 5 minutes. Look at Worms. Another style shoot 'em up 2D where you're shooting weapons at each other, blowing up each other's worms. That can be over quickly if you're very unlucky or very lucky, depending on if you're on the receiving end or not. This game, you can rush railgun weapons and shoot a bunch at your enemy, but typically, if you want to build up everything, it's going to take a number of turns. So the way this works is, again, there's this solar system here. And I am the blue player, the aqua player, and the other hot seat player is human player number 2 in the orange orbit. And as you can see, the arrows will tell you which direction the planet moves in orbit, and it will never change. It's consistently in this direction. And every turn, your planet will move along that trajectory, along that orbit. Same thing with the enemy planet, so we're actually about to square off soon. Human player 2 will come this way, and I will go this way, and we'll sort of trade shots as we pass. Keep in mind that whether you're building or shooting, it costs energy. So, like, some strategies involve, when you cannot possibly fire at your enemy because he's on the other side of the solar system, now's the time to spend all your energy and materials building. And then when you get close, save your energy for the short-range combat that you're about to do. There's some strategies there. Upper left-hand corner, that little globe, that blue globe, is how many materials are still left to be mined on your planet. You can take technologies, which I'll show you in a little bit, that allow you to be more efficient. So rather than lose 200 materials for the mining processes, you only lose 100 or something like that. So you can become more efficient through technology. There are 5 planets. And yes, that's one of them here. And you're going to be building off of them. The little yellow dots below these buildings tell you the number of connections that they can have left. Right now, there's 3 slots here, but none of them are yellow, meaning I cannot build any more off of this city. So if I had to, I would have to find a place like this mine that has a yellow, and I can click on, say, solar plant, and then hover over it, and you'll see that a connection is being made. And I can put that down there, and now I can build off that if I want to. Keep in mind that you will not have all of these buildings in the beginning of the game. You'll have a couple of buildings and that's it. You'll have to unlock a wide variety of different weapons and buildings. On the left-hand side is your build menu. I already mentioned on the very top are your different planet or your different cities that you can toggle between. And what's cool is these buildings and cities, they can be upgraded too. For example, if I click on this one, I've got, as you gain population, which is just gradual over time, assuming that you're not being destroyed, there's these little plus signs. You can click on these plus signs, and based on the technology that you've unlocked thus far, you can slot technologies. It just can't be the same exact one that you've already slotted. This one is a plus 50% to science. So I'm earning more science every turn to help me unlock better technologies. And I'll show you the tech tree in a little bit. This one here is material gain plus 200, but the material cost is plus 300. So I get materials faster, but I also waste resources faster. So that's sort of like a rush game where I'm trying to beat my opponent before I run out of resources, but I'm getting a kickstart on my economy now by doing that. As you can see, there's a wide variety that still has not been unlocked on my end yet. Again, this is an hour of playing. A lot of these are modifiers, like this one is global material gain plus 30%, global planet material cost plus 30%, stealth rating minus 25%, global energy gain minus 5%. Gives you a bunch of resources, but it craps out on everything else. Global energy gain, this one is, let's see, global building damage plus 10%. If I, all of this stuff, counterintelligence, intelligence, so you can slot various technologies into these buildings. And same thing, like even not even the cities, but even your little buildings too. They've got their own build slots, and it's different technology. If I want to increase the HP of this building, I just pick that one. Stealth rating, if I want it to be more hidden for my opponent, I choose that one. Stealth rating there. There's planetary material cost. If I want to lessen the amount of waste I have material-wise, I can upgrade this. Just click it, and that'll build on my next turn. You'll note some other things up here in the upper right. Let's see if I can drag that window down. So there's connect. So if I'm messing with the connections, I can reconnect them with this manual control here. Repair if it takes damage. Duplicate, sell, disconnect. So if I accidentally connect something I don't want, I can disconnect it. If I build something, I can undo it, that kind of thing. Alright, so that's that. I'm gaining energy and material every turn. Energy is a use it or lose it kind of resource. On the very top it says 2135 energy per turn. I'm always going to go up to max energy, and that's it. I don't have a surplus of energy. I have to use it that turn or I lose it, and then I go back up to 2135 again. The material, on the other hand, you just keep accumulating it. I've got 8,925 saved, and I'm earning 1,275 per turn. So I'm just earning over time without really spending it. Upper right-hand corner is your guide. I'll let you guys read that on your own. Codex, same thing. It's more of like, what the different building stats are, if you want to learn about them, all the different weapons and super weapons that you can get in this game. Menu, I already kind of went over that. Load game, codex. Intelligence, let's go to that real quick. So you can construct two types of purple intelligence buildings, typically. The one lets you see your enemy, and the other one blocks your enemy. So if you're producing more intel on your opponent than he's blocking with his counterintelligence, you can start seeing his buildings. By default, they are hidden on his planet. So the bar on the right here, for example, says 38%. I can see the 10, 21, and 31 stops. So weapons, intel and buildings, and his material production and energy production. I cannot see his cities. I can see his big cities at 63. I can see medium cities at 84. So the more intelligence I gain on this enemy, the more I can see. And that's important because some weapons that you shoot, you need a target. And you're either firing blind if you can't see anything, or if you know where he is, you just wipe him out, So intelligence, counterintelligence, that's kind of cool there. Targeting view, let's go ahead and just show you what shooting looks like, depending on the weapons that you have and where they are located, because your planet rotates on an axis as well as revolve around the star. So sometimes your weapons might be on the opposite side of the planet, and you won't be able to hit your opponent. It just happens. This railgun, for example, is facing the right direction. So, like, the railgun is here, and I'm shooting it out of that little red area. This missile, on the other hand, is shooting off the right side of the planet. I might be able to hit, depending. I might get lucky. There's a nuclear missile. Lasers. Lasers are nice, where you just aim at the planet, and you shoot it. You don't really have to aim it too much. Whereas the railgun, for example, you have to set the trajectory. So something like that, for example. I'm just going to do something like that and hope that I hit it. And you spend energy doing that, by the way. I have a solar laser, which is a super weapon. It actually just revolves around the sun, and you can just do that. And now I have to finalize that target by... I guess I have to pick... Let me go in there. Where's his planet? Targeting view. I don't think I can actually see anything. That's the downside, so I don't think... I thought I could. Targeting view. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do more lasers. We'll just... finalize target before turn end. Yeah. I have to select this ground target with that button there. And we'll do another laser... Now this laser is on the other side of the planet, so I can't use that. This one is facing the right direction. Okay, so there's these little orange buttons. Select ground target. There we go. I can see now. Certain areas I can hit, others I can't. He's got a shield defense building there, a data security hub. He's got a coil cannon there. Let's see what I can hit. Ion defense, shield. The shield defense is for energy weapons like this one. Ion defense is for missiles, and I think like SAM sights. Kinetic defense is for missiles. I'll just aim for this one there. And I'll aim for that coil cannon there. And the solar laser, let's just aim... No, I don't know. Wipe out his shield defense. I don't know where his cities are. I could aim for these. I could... Yeah, I don't want to direct that. That's his super weapon. Let's go with the data security hub so he can't see me. And I've kind of spent all of my energy. So I'm just going to maybe build something if I have the ability to. Railguns, defense, intel. Yeah, there's nothing really. I could maybe upgrade something, but to keep this moving, I'll hit next player. And this is the pass and play aspect. Now, the other player should not be looking while the other person is doing their thing. So now they've got a chance to set things up the way they like it. They have no idea what player one just did. They've got this asteroid diversion weapon, super weapon. So let's go to targeting view. I did a lot of railguns with this one, just to see what that looks like. As you can see, orbits of the weapons will change drastically based on, you know, these planets here. Other planets will adjust, you know, gravity will affect these weapons. And keep in mind the trajectories. These planets move, so by the time the missile actually gets there, the trajectory may be wrong. This is just a preview based on where it is now, but it's going to move when you hit next turn. So you have to keep that in mind when you're aiming. You want to kind of lead your target. So if I did something like this, my planet may be out of range by then. Just to show you what I mean by that, let's go ahead and fire a couple. And then I'll lead with that shot just to see what that looks like. Coil cannon. These ones, you can't aim a specific target. You just have to hope it hits the planet. Asteroid diversion. This is a fun one. This is a super weapon where asteroids, you can adjust them. They come out of the solar system, and you just hope they hit their target. So maybe something like that. Maybe some more railguns, because why not? I don't think it's going to hit anything, but there you go. We'll do something like that. And coil cannon. Getting low on energy. Let's close that. And as you can see, you can actually upgrade these too. I think that was a shortcut somewhere that I enabled. So do something like that. And something like that. Okay. Good enough. So I'm going to hit next turn, and you'll see a bunch of stuff happening. Okay, yes. So that is... Oh, that's... Woo! Wow. My planet missed all of those shots there. I don't know if you saw that, but that was pretty... I just got an achievement, too. So, luckily, I took no damage there, somehow. Everything missed. But it tells me what happened. I did some damage to the enemy. I destroyed a data security hub. One thing I didn't show you yet was research. This research tree is huge. Huge. Look at all this stuff. This is where you go to unlock your super weapons, and to unlock the building upgrades, and to unlock all of the modifiers for them. So, for example, this advanced signal processing. It unlocks the telescope array so I can gain intel on my opponent. It also unlocks city projects, this active radar scan. It increases the amount of science I gain. It's an upgrade I can put on my planet. It increases my science, but my material energy costs go up. So, you know, there's a lot of these buildings have a good and bad associated with them. If you go down here a little bit, you'll start unlocking more powerful things. Like, this is a laser upgrade. I've got those laser weapons. I can just click on that, and it'll take 2 turns to maybe research that. That will increase population damage, but lower building damage. Whereas this one is building and population damage. I'm going to go that one. It's going to take 3 turns, though, which I'm fine with. Okay, but that's why you want to increase your research per turn so that you can unlock these faster. So that's research, and I guess we'll do one more quick. We've got a nuclear missile. I don't know if it's going to hit or not, but we will try. I'm trying to curve it so that there's a better chance. Okay, something like that maybe. Solar laser. Okay, so no, this is not in range at all. I've got a laser weapon there. I've got a laser weapon. Oh, no, nope, no line of sight there. That's just the downside sometimes. That's what you deal with. Did I undo this? I did. Set trajectory. Let's go with something like that. Okay. And yeah. 41%. I don't know what that means. I'm hoping it hits. Anyway, actually, I don't like that trajectory at all. If I can somehow... Yeah, see, it may move to the right, and it'll, you know, I have to lead the shot a little bit. Alright, how about something like that? Okay. Laser, you know, solar laser, yeah, so we'll just end that there, just to see if it hits. Weapon targeting unfinished. Oh, I didn't know I could... Oh, the laser, that's right. Let's go with... as you can see, we blew something up there. But again, we don't know where his cities are yet because we don't have enough intelligence. So maybe we'll do this railgun there. And we'll hit... I could have sworn, why isn't it locking in? That's so weird. There. Click target planet. Oh, I have to click the target planet. There we go. Alright, finalize all. Okay, and I guess I can pick where the missile is going to go? Oh, nice. I don't know. I mean, 85... I mean, let's just pick this area here. That's fine. Alright, so I will hit next player. Human player gets to go. Now... we can see the destruction that was caused by this. You can see this is damaged. I can hit repair. That spends resources to do that for next turn. This looks like it was... yeah, data security hub was blown up. Other buildings were damaged. Yeah, so as you can see, nastiness all around. Let's see if I can do this asteroid. Oh my god! This, oh man, this is so bad. Alright, let's do this. Oh my gosh. That is so unfortunate. That's awful. Alright. Just to keep the video moving, let's just end it there and watch this happen. Oh boy. Ooh, that hit the planet. Here comes the nuke. Alright, I don't know what that did, but we'll find out. We'll find out. So it looks like my offshore mine was destroyed. It looks like we may have taken some damage there. Yeah, our cities were damaged, so we actually lost a good bit of population in the city of Menil here. But it tells us that we damaged a city, but we don't know by how much. And it looks like we've also managed to do some other damage. And this will continue on and on and on until you manage to wipe out the enemy. That's typically what this is all about. And keep in mind, this game is a long one. This will take you a couple of hours, maybe. I mean, if you're experienced, maybe not that long. But if you've got like 6 people and they all have to take a turn, you're going to be there for quite a while. So do I recommend this game? Yes. I think this is a good, like, 1v1 with a friend kind of game. Again, online, it's an old game. You're not going to find that many people. The AI is just unfair. If you like that kind of thing, great. But I just think it's unfair, and that's a glitch. I don't know why I can still see that up there. But so I would recommend this game when it's on sale, and if you have a close friend that you play these kinds of games with, that's what I would recommend, honestly. But there you go. That was Interplanetary Enhanced Edition. If you guys haven't already subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube, that way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.